Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is a totally spontaneous video, and if you haven't ever watched any of my other videos, then I would recommend you go do that before you watch this one, because I just am feeling a lot of emotions right now, and I realize that this is the part of my life that I don't ever share, that I want to share. And it's one of the biggest reasons that I started a YouTube channel, because I deal with a lot of things really privately, because I feel a lot of guilt for a lot of the things that I feel when it comes to being Beckham's mom and trying to navigate my emotions when he's struggling with something. The reason that I'm feeling so emotional today is because we are working really hard on sitting up, and like, as you guys know, it is literally a miracle that he can sit up. It's incredible. He is so strong, he's so tough, but he's in pain every day, and it hurts, like, as a mother, that I cannot take his pain away. And it literally, it destroys me that when I see the things that he struggles with, I know that, like, his anatomy was perfect as a fetus, and I'm the one who got in that car accident. And my body is fine and I'm okay, but he's not. And obviously, like, it's my job as a mother to protect him. And it's obviously really painful for me to see him in so much pain and not be able to change that. And I feel like this is something that I never really even talk to close friends or even family members about, because I obviously feel a lot of shame, and I also would never want anyone to think that I care more about how I feel than I do about how Beckham feels, because everything is about Beckham, and he is so strong, and I know that that's why God is allowing him to experience these things, because I could have obviously not experienced it. I could have never handled it the way that he does. But I know that every single person watching this, like, if you have a child, you would take any pain that you possibly could away from your child, and I can't do that. And it just sucks watching him have to work so much harder than everybody else. And that's part of our life that I just don't share. I don't share, like, the times where, you know, I'm crying myself to sleep, and the times when Beckham is screaming because his legs hurt and he doesn't know how else to communicate that with us, or when he's screaming out of hunger but he won't eat a certain way, or he is uncomfortable and doesn't know how to tell us what hurts. And there's obviously been a lot of times where I have felt like a failure as a mother, but I know that I'm not, and I know that I'm doing the best that I can, and that I've been really, really strong throughout this process and have a great support system. But life on social media is not real. It's not real life. I'm not constantly taking videos of Beckham smiling and being excited and laughing, and I'm not constantly in this never-ending state of bliss and faith. I try to be. I try so hard to be positive and never let my emotions dictate my actions, especially if they're hopeless or sad. Especially as Beckham gets older, it's so important for me to keep, like, a really positive attitude, and it's really, really important for me to be an example of faith. And if he comes to me and communicates with me that he wants something or he wants to do something, I will never limit him. I will never limit his belief. I will never say, well, sweetie, you can't do that because the doctor said this. Like, I'm okay with being alone in that. And obviously I'm not alone. Hunter is the biggest support, and so are, like, our family members and our friends. But sometimes it feels overwhelming to constantly be hopeful and constantly be faithful. Obviously Beckham is so worth it, and he is literally like this little light and beam of hope for all of us. I mean, when I am struggling, like, I go through and I read those incredible comments that you guys have left on all of his videos. And I obviously always knew that he would change the world, but it's so obvious to me that his purpose is far greater than mine will ever be, far greater than I ever even anticipated it would be. And I'm so grateful that God trusted me to be his mom. But it's a lot of pressure sometimes, and it's scary, because at the end of the day, I don't know what the future looks like. At the end of the day, like, I don't know if he's gonna be able to do certain things, but I refuse to put that out into the universe. I refuse to focus on that. And I've really learned that, like, it's okay to have a hard day. It's okay to have a hard morning. And typically, like, I would never think like, oh, I'm gonna go get my camera and film a video. But after reading all of the comments on Beckham's videos, and so many of you have cerebral palsy or have family members that have special needs or have disabilities, and the hope that you guys bring me has been so comforting. And I often wonder if, like, the person on the other side of the computer has days like this and struggles, and I know deep down, of course they do. Of course they don't always feel hopeful, but I want you to know that you're not alone. And I always knew that I wanted to share Beckham's story publicly, and I feel like a huge part of that is sharing the really, really hard days so that people don't feel shame if they're in the same position that I am or feeling the same emotions that I am. And it, of course, is very confusing to feel sadness yet be so proud of him and just think to yourself like, oh, my sadness isn't because of you. Like, you're perfect, you're doing everything you can. I just wish I could make it easier for you, but I can't. And I've just had to slowly learn how to cope with days like this. But I really do believe that days and mornings like this are absolutely vital to the journey that we're currently on. I think that it makes the best days that much more sweet and his accomplishments that much more exciting, and I am really, really grateful for that. I'm sorry to come on camera and literally just cry for 10-11 minutes straight, but I just want to be real. Like, if you choose to subscribe to me, if you choose to follow me on Instagram, if you know me in real life, like, I want to be known for being a real person who shows real emotions, who isn't living a picture perfect life or tries to make everything seem so easy. Like, I want to be known for who I actually am, and I have moments of weakness. Sometimes I feel like an extremely weak person, and I know that at the end of the day I'm a really, really strong person, but everyone has weak moments, and I want to normalize and share that that is real and that is okay, and that none of us are alone. And perfect faith doesn't always look like happiness or optimism. Sometimes perfect faith is getting out of bed in the morning, or not picking Beckham up when he cries because he's sitting up and he has to sit up, and that is vital to his development. Sometimes it's not giving in to everything he wants, because as his mother, I know what he needs, and that has to be prioritized. The last thing that I want to say before I close out this video, because I'm already feeling like so much better, because I know that all of you guys are going to be so sweet in the comments. I want to thank you so much for every comment that I've gotten on all of my other videos about Beckham. They are so uplifting, so motivating, so inspiring, so sweet. I literally read them constantly, over and over again, because they just bring me so much hope and they make me feel way less alone. So thank you for making this such a safe place for me to share our experiences, and for me to just be myself and not have to feel like I have to put on a persona or appear to be perfect. You guys know that I love you, and I'm probably just gonna upload this completely by itself, because, you know, that's why I decided to do this, because I wanted to share every aspect of my life, even the difficult days. And so thank you for making me feel comfortable and safe enough to do that. You guys know that I love you so much, and I promise the next video will not be me crying the entire time, but I already feel like you guys are my best friends, so thank you. Thank you for that, and I'm just feeling really grateful that I can share that. So thanks for watching this, you guys. I love you, and just know that your support does not go unnoticed, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.